Do you ever feel the quiet between you and your partner stretching like a long candle flame? Beautiful and familiar, but perhaps too still and too quiet? When couples first fall in love, do you know what happens? There is electricity, right? But over the time, life settles into routine. Things like dinner, dishes, dry cleaning, and maybe daydreaming too. Repetitive drudgery, I call it. Yes, while stability feels safe, too much of sameness can quietly dim the spark. You must agree with me, don't you? But here's the truth. Boredom isn't a sign that your marriage is broken. Instead, it's a whisper, a gentle nudge asking for something new. Boredom is a sign, a signal that your relationship is up for an upgrade. Your relationship is not in a black hole, but in a state requiring what? An upgrade. So today, we are turning routine into ritual and distance into devotion. So the question comes to you. Why does boredom happen? Well, the drift often begins with a soft pause. Plans are made, and then feelings are shelved. Closeness schedules are forgotten. Like in 2 episodes earlier, we learned that breakdown in communication results in things like this: people forgetting anniversaries of their marriage, making plans with their spouse only to forget that they made an outing plan. All these are signs that boredom is beginning to eat into your relationship. Things like work, parenting, bills, they leave little room forward for spontaneity. Things are becoming mechanical now in the relationship. Does that look like you? I want to tell you that love doesn't stay alive by accident. It thrives when both partners choose connection again and again. Love does not just continue automatically. It does not obey the Isaac Newton's law of motion. You've got to work at it. Even the Newton's law of motion lets you know that something continues in a straight line until an external force acts on it to change that state. Your love might remain drudgery, continuing in a straight line until an external force, change of attitude, personal, deliberate actions act on that love to shift it from the realm of drudgery, and that's what today's episode is going to achieve for us. So let's delve in much fully now. You are at the right place. Now, there is danger, much danger in ignoring boredom. Boredom that has been around for some time. If you keep saying, well, it doesn't matter, I and my spouse have had nice times, the best of times. My friend, if you let it stay that way, there is danger in not doing anything about it. Boredom can lead to emotional distance. For example, you are there as if you are not. She is there as if she is not. He is there as though he were not. Conversations begin to fade. laughter goes quiet and partners begin to feel more like roommates than lovers, well, it's not really a crisis anyway. It's, like I said earlier, a signal. But it's not a signal to be ignored. So there is danger in ignoring boredom. And I've told you, when the laughter goes quiet, that's dangerous. When partners begin to live like roommates, that's dangerous. Love letter disguised as silence is what boredom is. It's a message. Boredom in our relationship is a message telling us that our relationship is due for an upgrade. You upgrade your phone, you upgrade your computer. Some people, of course, upgrade their car. You upgrade your dog by taking that dog to the veterinary. Maybe your cat to the veterinary for an upgrade. But the one very important thing in our lives seems to be ignored, which is our relationship, our marriage. Our marriage needs upgrades. If you don't upgrade your phone and there is no more support on that version of software on your phone, you know what is going to happen, don't you? So how come marriage, the intimacy is gone out, the spark is no more there? Can't we see that these are signs telling us that the marriage is lacking support? The software is now outdated. The phone cannot function. The marriage, the relationship cannot function. We need an upgrade. Where do we start? Well, here's how to bring freshness back into your love story, my friend. There are small acts and there are big shifts in fixing this issue. Let's start with number 1, micro adventures. Let's begin. Micro adventures? Have you heard that before? Of course, 2 words in one, micro and adventures. What are adventures? Adventures. An adventure is an unusual and daring activity or experience associated with discovery. Unusual and daring and discovery. These are keywords. If it is associated with discovery, my friend, then you can be sure it's not going to be an indoor game. Things like a moonlit drive. If your town is safe for driving around in the night, of course. Something like a sunset walk with a new question. Things like going out fishing together. You don't have to feel like doing these things. Act it and you will feel it. Yes, don't look for the feeling. If the feeling is not there, begin to act it and the feeling will be generated. That's how it works. Things like going out together into your town to find out where the nearest police station is. It's not as though you have a need for police station. Forget that, my friend. Don't be rigid. It's fun. It's fun. Unusual. Something unusual which you and your spouse don't normally do. Those things are capable of bringing a spark. They don't have to be expensive things, costly things. That's why we call them micro adventures. That's where we start. something unusual, an exploit associated with discovery. You've lived in that town for 5 years, 10 years. You don't know if there is even a police station close. You don't know where the nearest military facility is. You don't know if there is a government postal, let's say postal office. You see, these things I'm mentioning are not things you need. They don't have to be things you need. That is why we say they are unusual activities. Maybe you've been doing just those things you need and things have become drudgery. Step out of that now and look for those things you don't need. Those are the things that will bring in the spark. Those unusual events you don't have need of. Like going out fishing together. Going out to find out using Google Map to track the nearest police station in your town. Using Google Map, you and your spouse, you just decide to go out on this thing that looks stupid. There is plenty of wisdom in stupidity. You take the Google Map and try to track maybe the nearest government postal office or the nearest naval base, just to get there and see where it is. Just that micro adventure alone is capable of bonding you to your partner with such freshness. That's an upgrade. I'm telling you how to upgrade the relationship with micro adventures. You can see I've given you just a few micro activities, adventures. You can come up with a list of your own, like visiting the nearest orphanage, visiting the nearest large hospital, just to show some care. You and your spouse, try and come up with a list of your own. A list of what? Micro adventures that doesn't require much expenditure or any expenditure at all. Not just that, these are small acts. There are big shifts as well, but we are focusing on the small ones today. Next is tender rituals. Have you heard that before? Tender rituals. Like weekly check-ins, like bedtime prompts. Have you nursed your wife to bed to sleep before? You do it for your daughters, your kids. Have you ever thought that this could be fun? Surprising your spouse this week by telling her that you want to nurse her to sleep. You want to pet her into bed at night. Just this weekend. That's a tender ritual. If you do that every week, once a week, that will bring a new spark. You pet her to sleep the way you will do your little kids. Oh, try it and see. Just try it. And someone may be out there thinking, oh, is it all about the woman folk? How about the men? Don't the men need my friend? We are taking it one after the other, okay? Don't worry. Let's take it one after the other. Bedtime prompts, shared playlists. These are small things that when you do them recurringly, the beauty in them builds intimacy. Yes, recurring beauties build intimacy. Another thing I would like us to look into is love language dialogues. Love language dialogues. These things we are talking about right now are the fixes to the boredom that we want to throw out the window out of our relationships. And so we talk about love language dialogues. How do you go about this one? Well, you can share one quiet longing that is in the depth of your heart, something you have secretly wished and desired your spouse to do to you or for you. You've not verbalized it before, but it's there in your heart. That love language dialogue in which you and your spouse will be seated and you will express that thing deep in your heart. Let her know, let him know. And then both of you will choose a particular action to take that embodies that tender wish together. That's going to bring in a spark into your relationship and rekindle the fire of intimacy, opening up the heart in such a tender way. Not a demanding way, a tender manner. That's one of the fixes to boredom. And then, dates in a box. You fill a jar with poetic prompts. And these poetic prompts, what are they? They are simply themes of play themes. Fill a box, a jar with poetic prompts, that is, play themes. Like care can be a theme. That's an example. Writing it on a piece of paper. Curiosity can be a theme. Then visitation can be a theme. You write these themes on pieces of paper and wrap them up, put them in a jar. You and your wife will then agree. Whatever you pull out in this dip, as you dip your hand into the jar and unwrap, that will be what both of you will engage in for that week. You can do this weekly. I repeat, you fill a jar with poetic prompts, having different themes. Come up with a lot of them. Care, visitation, curiosity, etc. Giving. If you have giving and you draw giving out, then both of you will go out and see who to reach out to. Maybe a homeless person in the street. That week you chose giving from that jar. Giving is a theme. Whatever else, when you draw it out, both of you agree and you do it. Who is going to dip then? To determine who will do the dipping, you may have to determine that by a toss of the coin. Yes, you choose heads, I choose tail. If it's tail, I get to dip. If it's head, you get to dip and pick the wrapped paper or piece of paper, unwrap it, whatever is written, found written on it. That's what both of us do for the week. That's like a game. That looks so small. No expenditure of money. Yet, my friend, that's one of the fixes to boredom in our relationships. And finally, I come to gentle check-ins. Gentle check-ins. This is where you ask, what's one soft change I could make this week to help you feel loved, my dear? You are checking in on your spouse. What's one soft change I could make this week to help you feel loved? Let honesty be your compass, of course. You should be honest about it. Like I said, don't be rigid about any of these things. Don't feel awkward. Don't allow the feeling to hold you back or your lack of the feeling. Act these things and the feeling will come. If you are waiting for the feeling, it will, of course, continue to hold you back. I am sure that we have been inspired during today's episode. Whatever you got from here, you need to expand on it. Have you once asked, is marriage supposed to feel this boring before? Well, the answer is clear to you now. Routine is normal, but staying stuck in it is optional. It's your choice. Boredom is normal, but staying stuck in a boring relationship is optional. You can change the temperature. Remember the fixes, tender rituals. Choose one small move this week, this very week. No more procrastination. This very week, choose one small move under tender rituals. Remember love language dialogues. Share one quiet longing and one tender wish. And then dates in a box. Put that jar to work with poetic prompts. You see, those things are small but effectual. And then gentle check-ins. Ask, what's one soft change I could make this week to help you feel loved? Sincerely. And let the spouse respond with sincerity too. Open up. So I want you to drop a comment below if you have been inspired. What's one micro adventure or tender ritual you will be trying this week? Let me know in the box. And if this message whispered to your heart, go ahead and save it and share it with someone who can make do with a change in their own relationship as well. You might have an idea of someone that this will benefit. And go ahead and subscribe for more gentle nudges toward connection like this one. Remember, love is not about avoiding boredom. It's about facing it together and choosing to keep the spark alive. Wishing you a reignited, intimate relationship this season. Bye-bye.